Hi everyone, it's Mads from Denim and Blether, and I'm here at Rock and Blues with Kira Mack today. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Good. So, do you want to start off by telling us a bit about this project and kind of how you put it together?
So, Kira Mack came about, I was 17, which is like 10 years ago when I started playing, and I started doing covers gigs. And my first name's Rhiannon, but when I was going out, they thought I was a Rihanna tribute, so I had to change my name, and it came up Kira Mack. And then I went to university, met Joe, and he was writing songs. He was the drummer in the band, my band at the time, and we were doing like country stuff, and I was kind of transitioning from doing like solo country guitar stuff into full band stuff because I wanted to go out and do everything I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to do it because I didn't have a band. So obviously I met Joe, he started writing songs, I was like, right, let's get a band together. Well, no, then we went into lockdown, and then me and Joe just carried on writing, and one of those songs was One Way Ticket. I said to Joe, like, let's go and just record the songs and a band will fall in. We'll get session musicians, we'll figure it out. Because Joe can play guitar, drums and bass, it was just like a duo at the time. So we went into Motor Museum to record the first half of the album. We recorded 5 songs at a time. And by that point, Brett, our bass player, had messaged me and said, do you need a saxophone player? And I replied saying, no. Can you play anything else? And he said I could play bass. I said, right, send me a video of you playing bass. Send it to Joe. Joe said, get him in. Unbeknownst to us, Brett and Alex come with a package deal. So then we had a guitarist as well. We were like, come on then, and you get, and Alex is the polar opposite player to Joe, so it worked really, really well. And then we've got little Max, which is like our little baby. He's only 20. So we made sure he's like slept, he's fed, he's watered. And that just completed the lineup. And then obviously that was November, April, we went back to record the second half. And then March, we'd released One Way Ticket, and it just went through the roof. It just took off really well, so that's how we ended up here anyway.
So you've had a great reaction so far to the music, obviously been playlisted on Planet Rock and things like that, so did you expect that at this point?
No, not at all. Our manager Mark, like I met him a long time ago, and I've been pecking his head for a long time saying please manage me, please manage me, please manage me, and it got to the point where I was just asking him so many questions every day. He was like, for God's sake, I will manage you. I was like, thank you. So between like Mark and Matt, who does our sound, and Max and Mike at Steelhouse, and like we've got like a really, really good team around, like Austin and Claire who do our press and stuff and radio. They've just absolutely, they believe in us, and it's really, really nice to have a team surrounding you that believe in you as much as you do yourself, to be able to like push you forward and obviously like open up doors and like push you under the right noses so everybody like gets to hear the music. And yeah, it's really been really, really good. Yeah.
So when did you first discover that you had such a good voice for singing rock music?
The thing is, my mum's Welsh and we've always sang like all the time. My uncle was a singer, he did like the circuit. I'm from like a mining town and like a mining family, and with the working men's clubs were like the heart and soul of everything. And my uncle used to do the circuit and do working men's clubs and pubs. And we just ended up doing that naturally as well. So I've kind of like can't remember not singing. And then as I grew up, I said I wanted to make it my career. And then I just had a guitar when I was like 13. I started playing, started singing, did open mics. They were probably awful. Like if I heard them now, I'd probably cringe. But then I just kind of like rolled into it, and like obviously went to uni. I've never had like a formal singing lesson. Like I've never had like, paid for a singing lesson or anything like that. But we had like coaching at uni. She'd be like, maybe you should sing this song, and then it was like Alanis Morissette and like Black Velvet and stuff like that. And it was like, well, maybe. And I wanted to learn how to do loads of different things, and I got to the point where I couldn't progress anymore like with like clean vocals, so I was like, right, how do I do distortion, like how do I do like all these different things, and it just lent itself really well to rock. So yeah.
So you've got a new video coming, I believe, and I think you worked with Kris Barras on that.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about that?
So me and Kris go way back as well. We had a lot of fun doing that, and I thought it was going to be like a whole team of people because we had like this mad idea. It came out, the video, yesterday at 9 because it got premiered at Steelhouse. They put it on the big screen, and we got this like grand idea that it was about Hit Me Again. We wanted like the Devil's Casino. We wanted like loads of crazy stuff going on. Kris was like, "Can you sing with a snake?" And I was like, "I mean, I could try. If Brittany could do it, I could do it, surely." She makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. Just disclaimer. But no, it was a lot of fun, and we really enjoyed it. And he's going to be shooting the next video as well.
Oh wow, good. So have you got plans for a new album coming, a full album?
So the album comes out in November. Everybody was like, you should do an EP, you should just release singles. And I thought when I grew up and I was listening to like all the rock bands my dad, I was always saying I'm brainwashed from a young age, but like like growing up and listening to all the rock bands, nobody ever released an EP, or they obviously released a couple of singles, but like, people like made albums and released albums, and I was like, that's what I want to do. So we've got an album coming out in November. It's called Chaos is Calling, and the title track on it is one of my favourites. It's called Chaos is Calling, and then we go on tour for nearly 2 weeks to promote it. So yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for chatting. Have a great set today.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Guys, make sure you check out Kira Mack and come back to Denim and Blether for more. Bye.